Good morning, fans. This is your girl from Mel'S Match, and this is your official WWE Crown Jewel preview and predictions. How's everybody doing this morning? Hopefully, everybody's got their coffee, their bagels, their sandwiches. Maybe you're sitting down and you're having yourself a big old family breakfast with some pancakes, sausages, and all the works. Me, it is actually Friday night at 10:12 when I'm recording this. So I gotta have something ice cold because I ain't having coffee at 10 o'clock at night. I'm sorry. But hopefully everybody is having a great Saturday, waking up well rested. If you're not watching me at 8 o'clock, you can watch me like right before the pay-per-view or the premium live events. Right now, I am on my way to see my son at this time that you're watching this. I'm going to see my son, and then I should be home about 4-ish, so I'll be probably miss the entire telecast, which I'll watch on the train on my way home, which is not a big deal. So, and having a nice cold, non-alcoholic, non-caffeinated beverage before I go to hit the sack and everything. So, we're going to talk Crown Jewel tonight. We're going to go through the two go home shows, and then we're going to go and give you my predictions and whatnot. So, SmackDown tonight announced that we're going to have a World Cup starting I think next week. We're also going to be getting a really good build for next week. We're going to have, I think, Shinsuke Nakamura versus, I think, Santos Escobar. Take my money. Thank you. I think we're just going to continue and be progressive and through. I hope this World Cup thing is going to be that the winner gets a title shot from Roman Reigns, and that's how it should be. So let's get this party started. Seriously. So we're going to do the two go-home shows, which are from Monday Night Raw and SmackDown that just went off the air. As I'm taping this. But it was on last night, and it was a decent go-home show. Not anything to write home about. But it was a show that needed to do what it needed to do to get to Crown Jewel and to get it through. And now, as soon as that happens, we're off to the races for Survivor Series War Games. So we are going to go to Monday Night Raw. I just got to answer this text. So let's go to Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw, we had an appearance from the tribal chief himself. We had a title change, and we had more going on with Bobby Lashley and Judgment Day and the OC. So we all started off. We got a Twitter. Before we start this, wait. Time fucking out here. I forget to do one thing that I normally do. I forgot to promote shit. Now, this episode of Mel's Match Chat Extra preview and predictions for WWE Crown Jewel are Harry's.com. Please go visit their website for all your toiletry and shaving essentials. Please go visit Maestro Classics for all your beard essentials. Please do me a favor and go check out Liquid Death at liquiddeath.com and check out the 3 flavors on top of the original water and sparkling water, which are mango, orange, lime, and mixed berry. Also, go try their sparkling water and still water. Please do me a favor. Also, go check out Death Wish Coffee at deathwishcoffee.com and sample all their brews, which are dark, medium brew, Valhalla. You have the espresso, you have the blueberry vanilla, you have the pumpkin chai, limited time, and they are working on new flavors as we speak. I'm praying to God. If you missed it, Exodus was a great show, and you can watch it on Fight TV. Please do me a favor, spend the $4.99, and you can get these You can get these complimentary because of having Fight TV. Plus, but if you don't, go check it out. HOG Wrestling's Exodus. They crowned a new HOG World Champion, and his name is I think it's the Black Wolf. Yeah, I think it's the Black Wolf. Jacob Fatu. So congratulations. He has brought another title to the bloodline. Ba-dum-bum. Now, if you're wondering, he will never be in WWE, so don't even get that out of your head. He's had felonies. WWE doesn't want to be dealing with a felon unless, he understands that he's not going to be ever world champion. He's not going to be a face of the company. Put him in, like, if he was his relative Umaga. That's the only thing that I could possibly think of. And this is pissing me off, and I gotta put this behind my ear. And that's so much better, instead of this thing coming out of my cheek. Also, if you're in the greater area of the Pennsylvania, go check out Sanctuary and Outbreak Wrestling. Check it out on all social media platforms. Please do me also a favor. Please check out my YouTube channel. When you're watching this, please, if you have you can do picture-in-picture. Go subscribe, turn on all my notifications so when I go live, when I'm able to, you know about it, or when I do a post and I do an upload. Also, please like and share my videos. That would be great. Mostly make sure you like my videos because it'll help through the algorithms. And please go check out episode 263. It is live. It's on the channel right now. I had to upload it because after 22 minutes, my internet said, fuck you, and threw me off. So I had to redo the entire upload and whatnot. So now we can get this party started. Just let me quickly text this. So we're going to start off with Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw had Bobby Lashley. He was heading to the building, and he arrived at the arena and was waiting to hear what Brock Lesnar had to say. Last week, Nikki Cross returned after a couple of weeks off of WWE TV to attack Bianca Belair and Bayley. This week, she will go one-on-one against Raw Women's Champion tonight. Episode of Raw. It's a Halloween themed, which means we can witness some Halloween themed matches. The match card goes as follows: Brock Lesnar appearance, Nikki Cross versus Bianca Belair, Trick or Treat street fight versus Matt Riddle versus Otis, Roman Reigns segment, and much more. So let's start. I gotta first do a display thing. I'm not going to keep touching my phone just to keep turning the screen on. We have the opening of Raw. The package shows for the opening of Monday Night Raw. The commentators welcomed everybody. We started off with Bianca Belair versus Nikki Cross. Bianca Belair's music hits and she comes out to the ring. Nikki Cross's theme song plays next, and she runs out to the ring. The match begins and Nikki charges at Bianca, but Bianca ducks and knocks her down, with a crossbody and followed by strikes. Nikki goes to work on Bianca in the corner. Bianca fights back with a shoulder tackle and a drop kick. She hits a fallaway slam on Nikki, who rolls out of the ring. Bianca is taken down on the apron and Nikki attacks the hurt knee. Bianca is stuck in the apron cover as Nikki continues the assault. We come back from commercial break. Nikki is still in control, but Bianca fights back with a backbreaker and a couple of body slams. She then picks up Nikki and hits a suplex and goes for a moonsault, but Nikki gets her knees up. Belair sent into the second turnbuckle. Nikki jumps on Belair with a choke and both women fall out of the ring. Nikki continues to choke out Belair, but Bianca slams her to the mat. Dakota Kai and Io Sky come out to distract the referee. Bayley sends Bianca into the post. Nikki attacks Bayley and then takes out Damage Control. She gets back in the ring and Bianca hits the KOD for the win. Belair picks up the win. After the match, Damage Control starts attacking Bianca. Asuka's music plays and she runs out with Alexa Bliss, and all the women brawl until Damage Control are taken out by Alexa Bliss. We go to commercial and we come back and we have Bianca, Alexa, and Asuka are interviewed backstage, where Bianca says that things between her and Bayley are far from over. Bianca said she will be the last woman standing. Alexa challenges Damage Control for the tag team titles. Asuka says they aren't ready for Asuka and Alexa Bliss. Bobby Lashley is interviewed next in a sit-down interview. He said that Brock has been ducking him for 20 years. He said he faced Brock 20 years ago. He said if he faced Brock 20 years ago, he would have exposed him like he did at the Royal Rumble. He then says he will expose Brock Lesnar for being a Bobby Lashley wannabe. Sweetheart, I think it's the other way around, okay? Don't think you're all high and mighty, because you're not. When it comes to Brock Lesnar, if he wants it like this, a snap of the fingers, you'd be down. So don't give me that bullshit. Brock Lesnar music plays and he walks out. Brock starts saying that he didn't come to Texas to have a sit-down interview with Lashley. He says when he visits Texas, he wants to fight. Brock, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Bobby gets up and rushes to the ring. Brock calls him out. Lashley's music plays and comes out rushing to the ring. Lesnar does not wait for him and rushes him, taking him down as both men brawl. WWE officials and superstars to try to break these two up. Triple H also comes out to ensure there is order, but Brock still charges Lashley and the brawl continues. Triple H then screams that if they touch each other, then the fight is off. We go to commercial break and we have Austin Theory versus Seth Rollins. Austin Theory music hits and he walks out to the ring with his Money in the Bank briefcase. Seth Rollins' theme song plays and he walks out to the ring. The match starts and the crowd starts singing Seth's theme song. Theory goes for a kick, but it's caught and tripped by Rollins. Rollins goes for the pedigree early, but Theory rolls out of the ring. Rollins kicks Theory in the face, followed by a chop. He sends Theory into the ring as Rollins goes for springboard move. He is tripped by Theory. He is then slammed into the announcer's desk and sent to the steel steps. We come back from commercial break. Theory attacks Rollins with a clothesline in the corner, followed by a fallaway slam. Cover, 1-2 kick out. Theory continues to work Rollins, but Rollins fights back as both men exchange blows. Theory sent to the outside with a choke clothesline. Rollins then hits a suicide dive quickly, gets back up, gets back in the ring, and does the same thing again. Rollins rolls back and attempts it again, but is stopped by Theory, who picks him, but Rollins counters with a Falcon Arrow. Cover, 1-2 kick out. Rollins with a springboard knee followed by a super kick, 1-2 kick out. Rollins goes for the pedigree, but is countered into the roll-up. Both men exchange roll-ups until Theory punches Rollins and hits the neck breaker. Cover, 1-2 kick out. Theory picks up Rollins, but Rollins escapes and hits the enziguri. However, Theory comes back with a blockbuster cover, 1-2 kick out. The Theory picks up Rollins, but Rollins fights out of it with elbow strikes. He then goes for an elbow, but stopped with a super kick, followed by a forearm. Theory goes for a pedigree, but is picked up and slammed down. Rollins then hits the stomp for the win. Seth Rollins is the winner. An SUV arrives backstage, and Roman Reigns steps out with Paul Heyman. We come from commercial break. Roman Reigns' music hits, and he walks out with Paul Heyman to the ring. Fans start to chant Usi, which now they have a t-shirt, so go check it out on WWEshop.com. Roman starts by asking the crowd to acknowledge him. He then says that he has Sammy and Jay working on becoming Usi. He then said that for over 2 years, he has been hyping opponents only for him to smash his opponents. Roman called himself the greatest of all time, and he's going against a guy who has had 2 matches. So there is no way he's going to hype up a match with an outsider like Logan Paul. He said that while he won't do that, Heyman will, and hands over the mic to Paul Heyman, who introduces himself in trademark fashion. He mentions the steel screws inserted into his hand. He also notes that the fact that he has trained with WWE Hall of Famer Shawn Michaels. Despite this, Logan Paul is going to get smashed by Roman Reigns. Paul Heyman says that one thing is that Reigns can't tolerate an outsider. The Miz music plays, and he walks out to the ring. The Miz starts by saying he acknowledges Roman Reigns as his tribal chief. He said that he is here to help Reigns. He knows Logan better than anyone else since he brought him into the WWE. He admits that Logan has screws in his hand. Miz says that he couldn't help Reigns since he's dealing with Loomis. He then asks Reigns to help him, and in return, he will neutralize Logan Paul. Roman asks if he's trying to cut a deal. He then asks The Miz why everyone keeps talking about Logan Paul knocking him out before laying him out with a Superman punch. He then finishes saying that people should be talking about him knocking Logan Paul out. Roman Reigns leaves the ring. The Miz is interviewed backstage. Kathy Kelly informs Miz that Johnny Gargano sat down in a tell-all interview that will air later tonight. The Miz then says that any story should be published after being fact-checked. He then warns WWE of defamation. Mustafa Ali walks in and says he's unfortunate that he is trying to get the match canceled. He says that Miz has tiny balls. This is where I need to give this women from the age of 35 to probably maybe onward, okay? You women, or women of sorts, something clicks in you one day. You don't know what the fuck it is. You just go with it. I found out what it was inside of me. I found out that I have a cougar card. All right? I have a fucking cougar card. All right? I've been 40 for what? A couple months now? About almost a year? I've done the 35, the 36, so on and so forth. I didn't have any attraction to other younger men. I've always had older. Until one very day, after Clash of the Castle, somebody turned on their father and their pseudo uncle, which is Edge and Rey Mysterio. Okay, I'm liking it. Fast forward to Monday Night Raw, he is coming out with fucking Rhea Ripley, dressed in fucking black, hair slicked back, like he's got this fucking machismo he turned on. I can't describe it. I can't fucking try to make sense of the whole situation, but my cougar card got activated. I'm like, fuck, shit, goddamn, Jesus Christ. I am legitimately saying things in other fucking languages that I don't even understand what I'm saying. I am saying to myself, I've seen this kid grow up on TV, and he's signed with WWE when he was with his father and whatnot. Didn't think any of it. I thought he was, crap, he's just taking another slot from a person that really truly needs to be there. He needs to go to NXT, yada, yada, yada. He dons fucking black fucking clothes. I'm done. My brain is legitimately poof. The emoji just fucking completely goes at me. Okay. I'm trying to keep this under wraps. When he kept fucking talking in Spanish, that was it. That was like the breaking point. What the fuck? Mr. Dominic Mysterio, what have you done to this 40-year-old woman? You can legitimately be my son. That's it. I could have been 15 fucking years old having you. I could have had you 15 years when I could have had a child at 15 years old. You could be my child. That's what fucks me up. Now, about a month goes by. Miss Rhea Ripley. She's younger than me, right? She's 26 years old, right? I am bisexual, so I get 2 cougar cards, okay? I get one for the men and one for the women. Guess what activates? Triple H, you hire anybody, if you hire on the likes of fucking Jay White, I am done. I'm right beside you in the cardiac care unit, okay? I have high blood pressure. I don't need to be doing this, okay? Okay. So, every time Judgment Day comes on, I'm grabbing ice packs. I'm grabbing fucking anything that's cold because, let me tell you, my fucking chest is fucking on fire. What will fucking put the cherry on the proverbial fucking Cougar Sunday here is that they have Dominic Mysterio come out and say, you know what? I'm going to do what I think is right for my career. I'm going to embrace my true last name, the lying, the cheating, the stealing part of my heritage. I'm from now on, I am not Dominic Mysterio. I am Dominic Guerrero. That's it. I'm done. stick a fork in me. I am done. Let's move on. We have Damian Priest is another one, but he's a little bit closer to my age. I'm a little bit more inclined with that. But anyway, Damian Priest versus Carl Anderson. The Judgment Day music plays, and they walk out to the ring. The OC music plays next. They walk out to the ring. The match starts with Priest gaining an advantage, and after knocking down Anderson, but Anderson sends Priest to the outside. He then slams Priest into the post before punching Dominic, which I wanted to kill him. Priest then super kicks Anderson. We go to commercial break. Priest hits Anderson with a forearm, followed by a Falcon Arrow. Cover 1-2 kick out. Priest continues to work Anderson. Anderson fights back with a kick and strikes. He knocks down Priest and hits the senton. He then hits the spine buster. Cover 1-2 kick out. He climbs to the top rope, but Rhea distracts the referee. Priest catches Anderson and hits South of Heaven. He goes for the reckoning, but Anderson counters with a backslide for the win. Winner, Carl Anderson. After the match, both teams brawl in the ring. Rhea hits a low blow on Gallows, which the facial expressions are hilarious. Yes, they have a fucking Rhea problem. They don't know how to solve it, but they're gonna have they still have a Rhea problem. And they're going to solve it with fucking Raquel Gonzalez. No, I don't want this. Bring somebody else in. She's had time. And dares Styles and Anderson to hit her. This was a 2-on-1 situation. Yes, go there and let's move on. This allows them to be attacked from behind. Priest hits the Razor's Edge on Styles, with Balor hits the coup de grace on Anderson. Dominic hits the Frog Splash on AJ Styles. The Judgment Day then celebrate in the ring. MVP and Amos are backstage. MVP says that Braun Strowman can flip over any truck he wants, but he never will measure up to Amos. And he will find out that at Crown Jewel. He says that he is coming to SmackDown, and he has a surprise for Strowman. JBL's music plays, and he walks out to the ring. Heed my warning, people. This is when JBL's music comes on. This is your cue to go and do something else, okay? Or change the channel. We come back from commercial. JBL starts by saying it's good to be in Texas. He praises Texas and talks about its legacy. Then he insults the crowd for ruining Texas, claiming they've turned Texas into an embarrassment. He then says that no one from the crowd can call themselves a Texan. He then says he will reintroduce greatness into Texas and ask the crowd to get up on their feet to welcome Baron Corbin. That's why he told you to go do something else. Corbin starts by the crowd must envy being in his presence. He then says he has it all. He then thanks the crowd for scraping a few dollars to come and see him in person. He asks the crowd not to boo, but before he could complete, Truth's music played, and he comes out singing his song. JBL calls Truth a buffoon before saying he looks ridiculous. Truth says he wants to wish the crowd happy Halloween. He says he likes their Halloween costumes. JBL says they aren't wearing costumes. Truth says that JBL is dressed like an angry, out-of-touch old man. Baron swings at him, but Truth ducks and kicks him. But he's distracted by JBL, allowing Corbin to hit the end of days. Damage Control are seen backstage, and Bayley is trying to tell Nikki Cross something, but Nikki walks away. Trick or Treat Street Fight, Matt Riddle versus Otis. Matt Riddle music plays and he walks out to the ring dressed as Ezekiel along with Elias. The Alpha Academy music plays and Gable comes out saying he could have dressed like Socrates, but nobody in the crowd would have gotten the joke. He then dressed up as Patrick Swayze. He introduces Otis and he comes out looking like Chris Farley. If you go back to Saturday Night Live, they had a audition of Chippendales. And Patrick Swayze tried out, then Chris Farley tried out, and it was just a joke and everything. But Google it, you'll understand. I'm old. I understand it. You probably won't, but that's why I told you to Google the damn thing. Or when you finish watching this, go and put in the search bar Chris Farley Chippendales Saturday Night Live, and then you'll completely understand it. If I have it, I'll post it on my Twitter. Go follow me there, Mel's Match Chat. Okay, so we're on the same page. The match starts, and Otis is immediately sent into the post. Riddle kicks Gable before hitting the floating bro. We come back from commercial break. Otis works Riddle in the middle of the ring. Riddle fights back with a jumping knee and hits a forearm in the corner before being knocked down by Otis. Otis then attacks Riddle in the corner. He then hits the worm. Otis sent into the post. Gable hits the clothesline on Riddle before being taken out by Elias. Riddle goes for an RKO, but is power slammed by Otis. Otis attempted a splash, but Riddle moves out of the way. Elias placed a pumpkin on Otis' head before Riddle hits the RKO for the win. Winner is Matt Riddle. Damage Control arguing that they aren't ready to defend their titles. Io says they are going to embarrass Asuka and Alexa Bliss. Bayley asks them not to get riled before saying they are taking control of this decision. The Miz versus Mustafa Ali. The Miz's music plays and he comes out to the ring. We come back from commercial break and we have Mustafa Ali's music play and he comes out to the ring. The match starts and Ali sent into the turnbuckle. The Miz then stomps Ali before Irish whipping him into the corner. Ali rolls up. The Miz 1-2 kick out. He then hits the atomic drop on the Miz and followed with a neckbreaker. Cover 1-2 kick out. Ali climbs to the top rope and goes for the 450 splash, but Miz moves out of the way and hits a big boot. Miz sends Ali into the turnbuckle. We have the commercial break. The Miz kicks the chest of Ali continuously. He goes for another kick, but Ali counters with a backstabber. The Miz hits a basement kick followed by a DDT. Cover 1-2 kick out. Ali fights back with a DDT of his own, but Miz rolls out of the ring. Ali climbs to the top rope and dives onto the Miz. The Miz sends over Ali and over the announce desk. Miz is attacked by Loomis from behind. Miz ducks and escapes Loomis as the latter is chased by security. This allows Ali to land a super kick followed by a 450 splash for the win. Winner Mustafa Ali. Byron Saxton is on the WWE Investigations, who says Johnny Gargano has something to reveal regarding Loomis and The Miz. He asks, who is Dexter Loomis? Gargano says he may have his quirks, but is just trying to earn a living. He said after Loomis's wedding, Dexter lost his job and took a toll on his psyche. The Miz took advantage of it. He revealed that he overheard Miz and Loomis talking on the night of his return. He plays a tape of the Miz offering Miz money to kidnap him. Gargano claims that the Miz paid Loomis to stage these attacks. Then he said that Miz exploited Loomis. He then says there was no physical altercation between them. He also claimed that he orchestrated his own downfall against Bobby Lashley. He also said that now Dexter is coming after Miz for real, since the Miz probably didn't pay him. The WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Asuka and Alexa Bliss versus Damage Control, Io Sky and Dakota Kai. First, Bianca Belair's music played, followed by Asuka and Alexa Bliss, and they walked out to the ring. Damage Control music plays next, and the group walked out to the ring. Match starts with Bliss and Io Sky in the ring. Bliss unleashes an assault on Sky. Bliss goes for a knee but misses, and Io Sky sends her into the corner and tags in her partner. Dakota Kai attacks Bliss in the corner. Cover, 1-2 kick out. She tags in Io Sky, who continues to work Bliss before tagging her partner. Bliss slams Kai in the mat and hits the senton. Cover, 1-2 kick out. Bliss goes for Hurricanrana before tagging in Asuka. Asuka with vicious strikes followed by a German suplex. Kai drags Asuka down by her hair before tagging her partner. Both women brawl in the ring. Asuka takes down Io Sky with a lariat before tagging in her partner. Bliss tags in Asuka, who sends Kai and Io Sky outside. Both women dive on their opponents. Asuka attempts a kick but catches the post. We come back from commercial break. Asuka hits a clothesline on Io. Io sends sent to the outside. Bayley helps Sky tag in her partner. Kai goes for a kick and misses. Roll up, 1-2 kick out. Kai and Sky are sent outside as Bliss makes the tag. Bliss with vicious strikes on Kai followed by a dropkick. Bliss picks up Dakota Kai and tags in her partner, and they hit combination. Asuka locks in the armbar, but Sky breaks it up. Dakota tags in Io, who hits the Meteora in the quarter on Sky. On Asuka, Sky hits a springboard dropkick. Io climbs to the top rope and goes for a dive, but is caught by Asuka. Cover, 1-2-3 kick out. Asuka transitions into the armbar, but Bayley distracts the referee. Kai breaks it up. Bliss is knocked out by Kai before she hits the scorpion kick on Asuka. Belair and Bayley battle outside the ring as Bayley hits the Bayley to belly through a table. Asuka fights back but is taken out by a kick from Kai. Io goes for the moonsault, but Asuka moves out of the way and she kicks her in the head before tagging in her partner, who hits a twisted bliss for the win. We have new women's tag team champions are Asuka and Alexa Bliss. They will be doing the rematch at Crown Jewel tomorrow. Later on, but the way yes. SmackDown. Advertised for tonight, Gunther defends the Intercontinental Championship against Rey Mysterio. Mysterio earned his title shot by winning a Fatal 4-Way match a few weeks ago. Tonight's card also features Liv Morgan versus Sonya Deville in a no DQ match. Ricochet is booked in a singles match against LA Knight. MVP has a surprise for Braun Strowman, and more. And this was on Channel 5, so it wasn't because of the whole rain delay or whatnot, they were able to finagle it that they were able to go on Fox. So because of the World Series. WWE SmackDown. We started off with Liv Morgan versus Sonya Deville. No DQ match. Deville right in with kicks to the floor, fighting over a kendo stick, rolling around the apron. Big kick from Morgan and back inside, off the rope. Sonya clocks her with the stick a couple of times and chokes her with it, but Liv crawls for the ropes and eventually claws her way free. Now Morgan has the kendo stick and wallops Sonya with it. Deville to the floor for the table, but Liv cracks a drop kick across her face. Off the ropes, suicide dive is a little ropey, but it takes Sonya off her feet. Rolling across the other side to the floor, Morgan with another dive. Liv gets the table and sets it up. Deville cuts her off on the apron waistlock. Headbutts get back elbows, jockeying for position. Morgan shrugs and puts both of them through the table with a trust fall. Senton as we go to break. Back from commercial, Morgan with a low angle dropkick. Sonya returns a running knee, heads up top, diving knee connects. Nope, Deville filling the ring up with chairs. Liv ducks one, kick combo staggers. Sonya into the ropes, drop kick to the spine, fired up, backsplash, rising knee, roll her through the springboard code breaker. Still no. Setting Sonya up top, climbing to join her. Deville slips under and powerbombs her into the chairs, but can't keep her down. Back and forth, Liv Morgan wins by pinfall with Oblivion into the steel chairs. We get a recap of Emma's return last week, answering Ronda Rousey's open challenge. Emma is interviewed backstage. She said she wasn't sure she'd ever come back, and her heart was pounding, but she had something to prove to herself. Xia Li rolls up and with a slow clap and says she saw Emma lose. The only thing that she proved that she's weak. Emma says, number one, that was Ronda Rousey, and number two, a forearm right to Li's face. And we go to break. I am waiting for that match. That match is going to be good. Good. We come back from commercial break. We get a video of Logan Paul getting his brother Jake to agree to be in his corner tomorrow at Crown Jewel. We get a video package for Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns. Ricochet gets an inset promo where he says he's going to win and maybe leave LA Knight a few teeth lighter. He makes an entrance as we go to break. Back from commercial, we get another Viking Raiders vignette with our Shattery Priestess, who definitely isn't Sarah Logan, painting runes on foreheads. It could be either Alfie Valkyrie or it could be what's her face? Oh shit. She was in NXT UK. But it is Sarah Logan, because due to the fact is she's got the dreadlocks. Sarah Logan has dreadlocks. Look it up. LA Knight cuts a promo during his entrance about how great he is and how all the incels in the crowd ought to jump on the gravy train, and Ricochet blindsides him with a dive because he started to go after Samantha Irving, which Samantha Irving is going out with Ricochet. In the ring, we get a bell. Ricochet keeps the pressure up, snapmare into a kick to the spine, elbow drop, cover for a 2. Knight on the comeback, elbow drops, and stomps. He goes for a Cabrera, but Ricky rolls out of the way. Off the rope, moonsault into a pose when he sees LA on the floor, and we go to break. Back from commercial, LA throws Ricochet into the corner for boots, slingshot, shoulder block, mocking the one and only's posing, throwing strikes, whip across, duck a lariat, duck a back fist. Ricky with a flying lariat onto the mountain punches. Uppercut in the corner, whip reversed. Ricochet takes the post and hard, and Knight throws a jumping neck breaker for a 2. Off the ropes, Tierras keep LA honest, shoulders block in the corner, big knee lift, springboard crossbody, and Ricochet is fired up. Running shooting star press, nope, off the top, nobody home, slip right out of a slam, trading roll-ups, handful of tights. Knight wins by pinfall with a victory roll, handful of tights, and a hand on the ropes. Backstage, the Bloodline are chatting. Sami Zayn talks up how the Bloodline are going to take care of business, and Jey Uso wants to go and tell the Brawling Brutes in the ring exactly how they're going to handle business. But Sami wants him to focus on getting a good night's sleep so they can beat the tag team record. Jey says it isn't a Bloodline thing. It's an Uso thing. And they've been tag team champs before him, and they'll be tag champs long after him. He walks off, and Jimmy follows, telling Sami he's got a point, leaving Zayn to shout out after them as we go to break. Hey, dogs, he says. Back from commercial. Bray Wyatt cuts a promo backstage. He says it's hard for him when people play with him. Interrupt him when he's trying to do something incredibly hard. And a crew member comes up to yell at him, saying they're live. Wyatt says he knows he's just trying to do his job, but he's trying to do his job, and asks if he knows the feeling of getting cut off in traffic and fantasizing about what you do with the 30 seconds alone with that driver. He can't stand how he's thinking about things and hates himself because he's just wants to smash a guy's head into the cement wall, and he's a hair away from doing so. For both of them, he wants him to reach down into the bottom of his soul and look him in his eyes and apologize. The guy stutters and apologizes, and Bray says he knows and to please go away. The Usos make their entrance and get on the mic. They say they're on their way to the record for the longest reigning tag team champions ever, and starts with the Brawling Brutes, who are the twos and they're the ones. Enter the New Day. They tell the Usos to settle their tea kettle, and if by some stroke of luck they retain the titles, they need them to understand one thing. As soon as they get back on American soil, they'll have the longest reigning champs ready to tear them limb from limb to protect their record. In other words, they got next. A brawl breaks out. The Brutes come down. Solo Sikoa and Sami Zayn even the odds. Pete Dunne breaks out the shillelagh, but Solo is one step ahead and lays him out with a spinning solo. Rey Mysterio is interviewed backstage. He says he loves competing in the WWE. It's who he is. He's given his whole life to this business, but now he's haunted by the memories, and he misses his son. He's not giving up. He's going to show everyone that you have to keep fighting. Gunther is a hell of an opponent. He could still feel the pain in his chest, but he's going to turn his pain into rage and use that as fuel to become the new Intercontinental Champion. Shayna Baszler makes her entrance, flanked by by Ronda Rousey to send to break. We have Natalya versus Shayna Baszler. Circling collar elbow. Natalya with a side headlock takeover. Reversed to a pin. Shot off shoulder block. Arm wringer. Bicep stomp. Reverse into a schoolboy for 2. Whip to the corner. Sidestep the charge rising knee. Back to the bicep stomp. And she connects with it this time. Neidhart's rolling to the ropes, clutching her arm in agony. Shayna wrenches it in the ropes. Natty with a heel trip. Right hands, basement drop kick. Fired up. Baszler with a small package for a 2. Sidestep, a knee discus lariat connects. Nope. Kirifuda clutch locked in and there's no escape. Shayna Baszler wins by referee stoppage with the Kirifuda clutch. Post-match, Baszler knees Natalya in the face for good measure once she wakes up, leaving Natalya bloodied. We get a package for Drew McIntyre and Karrion Kross at Crown Jewel. Braun Strowman is shown walking backstage to send us to break. Back from commercial, MVP is in the ring to cut a promo. He said he's kind of a big deal and he's used to his connections to sort out some opposition for Braun tonight. He got 5 opponents for him. His 5 poor indie wrestlers make their entrance, and Braun blindsides them and lays them all out before taking the fight to MVP. He breaks Porter's cane over his knee and throws him into the apron and then the barricade. He takes Montel into the ring, running power slam, a second power slam, and a third. Imperium are interviewed backstage. Gunther says he's going to step in the ring and defend his title with dignity, respect, and honor. Rey Mysterio has no honor, which is why his son turned his back on him. And the one thing will never change, him being Intercontinental Champion, and we go to break. Back from commercial, hypes up next week's show. Legado del Fantasma gets a video package on how great they are. And we also get a announcement for a World Cup next week. WWE Intercontinental Championship match. Gunther versus Rey Mysterio. Squaring up, Mysterio with a shove, keeping his distance, ducking under boots. Up in the corner, Gunther sets him up in the corner and hammers him with a chop before climbing up in the ropes and choking him. Action to the floor. Hammering Rey, pulling him to the floor, and we go to break. Back from commercial, Gunther throws Rey out of the ring and chokes him in the ropes, looking for a slam, but Mysterio hangs on for dear life, trying for a crucifix driver. Cabrera caught, but Rey shifts to a body scissor sleeper. The ring general breaks the scissors and counters with a slam. Back to the sleeper. Gunther down to one knee, but he posts up and climbs the turnbuckles and manages to shrug Rey off, leaving both men down and out as we go to break. Back from commercial. Gunther in control, kicking away at Mysterio's limp body. Rey throws desperate chops in return. Power lift, countering with punches. Seated senton connects Mysterio with a boot up. Springboard into the Cabrera Bulldog. Diving senton. Still no. Drop kick sets him up. 619, but Gunther cuts him off in the turnbuckles. Up top, jockeying for position. Champion shoves him down, but Rey is right back in there. Avalanche Frankensteiner. Blocked. Avalanche powerbomb. Reverse into a Frankensteiner, but he can't keep the ring general down like that. Ray with a dive, caught reverse, sunset flip, so close. A little shimmery Mysterio off the top. Frog splash, nobody home. Gunther has him lined up. Shotgun drop kick, power bomb. Ray kicks out. Training chops, reverse. Power bomb sent him up, but the champion gets up and throws a big boot, lifting him up. Gunther wins by pinfall with lariat to retain the WWE Intercontinental Champion. So that is that. That is that. Now let's get to the preview, the predictions that I have for what is it called? The pay-per-view tomorrow. Top of the card, we have Roman Reigns versus Logan Paul for the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship. Roman Reigns is going to win, but through nefarious means. Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley. Brock Lesnar is going to pick up the victory. He's not going all the way to Saudi Arabia, and that's a win. Bianca Belair versus Bayley in a last woman standing for the WWE Raw Women's Championship. I'm hoping Bayley picks picks up the win and the title. Drew McIntyre and Karrion Kross in a steel cage match. Kross is going to win. The Usos versus the Brawling Brutes for the WWE Undisputed Tag Team Champions. The Usos will win. The OC versus the Judgment Day. Judgment Day will be winning. Amos versus Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman is going to win. Asuka and Alexa Bliss versus Damage Control for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. And I believe Damage Control is going to be holding all the belts by the end of the pay-per-view. So that is that. 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 And I'm checking something. So, tomorrow, well, this afternoon, we're going to be watching that. I'm going to be with my son, so I will be watching it on my phone whenever I get the possibility, because my son's school has crappy internet access. They don't have free Wi-Fi. They don't have free Wi-Fi, so I got to basically go sit out in the hallway to get some reception. So, but that is that. Hopefully everybody enjoyed that whole situation. I hope everybody's going to enjoy Crown Jewel. I'm going to try to make it to do the review as soon as I get home, because I'm going to try to watch whatever I can on the road, which reminds me, I got to charge my battery pack. So I have it all set up tomorrow, and I'm going to make sure that I even have a brick with me that I can charge it at the school and be able to have full power, because it's also solar. So hopefully I can sit in the sun, watch it, and wait for my bus to come home. But I want to let you know I will be on here. Do me a favor, when you finish this, and if there's still time, please go check out episode 263 of the show. I will be back here sometime later on in the evening to do the review. I will also be back here at 2 o'clock for episode 264. I want everybody to have a great rest of your weekend. Please do me a favor and go check me out on my social media, which is Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, Mel's Mat Chat. Go check me out on Snapchat and Facebook. Please do me a favor. Go check out Harrys.com. Get all your toiletries there, and shaving essentials as well there. Please go check out Maestro Classic at myAstralClassics.com and get all your beard essentials there. Beard essentials. Please go check out Liquid Death at liquiddeath.com, and you know the flavors. Go check out Deathwish Coffee at deathwishcoffee.com. Please go check out HOG Wrestling at hogwrestling.net. It's on Fight TV. All their pay-per-views. And while you're in the Pennsylvania area, please go check out Outbreak and Sanctuary Wrestling. Now, that is over and done with. I want to do an exclaimer, and I'm going to do this tomorrow after the pay-per-view. This is not an AEW podcast. This is not an AEW show. This is strictly WWE. But I want to put this, and I want to honor the guy that gave me the chutzpah to do this. His name is JD from New York. He's got a podcast called Off the Script. And he suffered some fucking fucked up shit from AEW Women's Locker Room. Now, do what you please to it. Do what you please to it. But when he is right and he's setting, and then he has his opinions and everything, they turn it to facts. So you can't refute that. But you don't go after somebody with an opinion. Shame on everybody who came out to attack JD. I'm TJD from here to Kingdom Come. Okay? You don't like me for that reason. I don't care. All right? He's a New Yorker, just like I do. If you don't like what's coming out of my mouth, fuck it. Fuck off. Fuck you. You're in the wrong place. This is not for people in my show to fucking goddamn be snowflakes. All right? It's enough of this shit. Now cut the shit and move on. And guess what? He was right about the fucking match with Marina Shafir and Jade Cargill. So I want everybody to fucking take several seats, shut your fucking mouth, and let the person that has been he's been in the business for at least 10 years. He's done House of Glory shows. He has been in the business, okay? He has been in the business just like everybody else. If you are around professional wrestlers, you are in the business, all right? Now, I've been watching wrestling since I'm 3 months old, okay? I have a right to criticize what's going on. I've been through it all. I've been through the Attitude Era, the Ruthless Aggression Era, every fucking, the 80s, the 90s, the Attitude Era, everything, okay? I have a right to criticize. When my fucking wrestling is not what it's supposed to be, and it's trash. Vince McMahon, thankfully, is never going to return. But we can't also not acknowledge the fact that he got here, he got us here, he got us to the dance. He did some fucked up things, but we still got to say thank you to him. But now, from this point forward, it's going to be up. It's not going to be down. And I mean, Triple H is not perfect. There's going to be some down weeks. There's going to be up weeks. It's the give and take. But we as fans have a right to criticize. It's like I go and order something online. Get it home. It's in my hands. It's not what I seen on the website. I'm pissed. I want my money back, or I want to stretch my opinions and my stresses about it. That's my opinion. All right? I give reviews and whatnot on products. Most of the time they're on par. And there's a slightly few when they're not. You're telling your experience with the product. When Vince McMahon was in charge, the opinion of the product sucked. Now since Triple H, he's got to get through this to give us a great Survivor Series War Games. We're just going to have to wait. When this stuff comes up, we're going to consider it a down point. And we all know that it's going to happen. But Who gives you the right fucking mind to do that and to be such an asshole about it? And then fucking Jay Cargill takes the biggest fucking moronic tweet. She fucking goes after Marina Shafir, but then she, in another breath, she fucking defends her. You can't. You can't do that. Not at all. He said it Wednesday night. He said, I gave more promotion to the AEW women's locker room than Tony Khan has done it in 3 fucking years. That's sad. That's sad, and that's when you know that there's shitty booking when it comes to the women. The women are not a priority in AEW. They never will be. When you have Kenny Omega, the Bucks are coming back. They are going to be literally the low people on the totem pole. Just to state a fact. When Triple H actually gets everything situated the way he wants it, it's going to blow AEW's women's locker room out of the water. So that's all I'm going to say, but that's fucked up what you did to JD. Whoever did that, it's fucked up. And you could clip me, you could say that I should be canceled. Guess what? I ain't going away, motherfuckers. I'm New Yorker, through and through. Nobody fucking tells me to say no and I'm going to go away. I'm going to give you the middle finger. I'm going to give you the Athangul and tell you to go fuck off the Brooklyn Bridge. And with a smile, no to man, with a fucking either salsa water in hand, a beer, or a nice cold brew. That's what you're going to get from me. But as I'm going to say goodnight, and I'm Team JD all the way. You have a great rest of your afternoon. I will see you tonight for the review. And then 2 o'clock on Friday for episode 264. So enjoy yourself. Enjoy Crown Jewel. And I'll see you tonight. Love you all.